They were given scraps, leftover roots, dried greens, wild greens. Yet, from almost nothing, enslaved people built a food culture that still feeds America today. These meals were more than sustenance, they were survival. Every dish carried pain, resilience, and a story often missing from history books. In this video, we explore 25 survival foods that sustained people on plantations, forgotten meals that kept bodies alive through the harshest conditions, and the roots of dishes we still enjoy today. Some of these will surprise you. 1. Toasted field corn. Dried corn kernels roasted until brown and nutty. When hunger struck in the fields, there was often no fire or pot to cook. Toasted field corn was portable, filling, and could last weeks. Think of it as the original trail mix, not for snacks, but for survival. Today, you can taste its echoes in roasted corn nuts or kettle corn, but for enslaved families, it was life or death. 2. Boiled grain porridge. When roasted corn ran out, a simple cornmeal porridge was a hot, sustaining meal. Just cornmeal, water, and salt. No milk, no butter. Ladled into wooden bowls, children ate side by side, quieting their hunger. Leftovers were sliced and fried, stretching a single meal into two. Today, similar techniques appear in fried cornmeal cakes or polenta. 3. Wild turnip green stew. Bitter turnip leaves became the foundation for survival stews. Boiled soft and seasoned with a pinch of salt, or a scrap of fat if lucky, these greens gave strength, warmth, and endurance. This practice inspired modern southern greens, collards and mustards served with cornbread. 4. Cowpea bean stew. Before black-eyed peas became a New Year tradition, cowpeas were a lifeline. Boiled soft with water, salt, and sometimes scraps of pork or wild herbs, they were hearty, protein-rich, and a taste of home that reminded people of Africa. Today, black-eyed peas in rice dishes, or hop and john, trace back to these survival roots. 5. Dandelion leaf broth. Wild dandelion greens, boiled soft, provided nutrients and iron. Sometimes a dash of vinegar or small fat added flavor, but mostly it was just greens and water. Once a desperation food, today dandelion leaves are considered a superfood in restaurants and health stores. 6. Molasses water. Molasses, a rare sweetness, mixed with water became an energy drink for plantation families. Quick calories, a burst of sweetness, sometimes used as a medicinal tonic. The sticky flavor influenced Southern desserts, sauces, and baked goods still beloved today. 7. Salted pork trimmings. Fatty scraps, rind, or leftover pieces became flavor and sustenance. Fried or boiled, they seasoned beans, greens, and cornmeal. What was considered trash at the table became the foundation of Southern soul food. 8. Pumpkin and wild greens stew. Wild pumpkins and bitter greens simmered together with water and salt, sometimes a scrap of pork or onion. This simple pottage was more survival than celebration. Today, it echoes in pumpkin soups, fall stews, and slow-cooked greens. 9. Roasted pumpkin seeds. Nothing was wasted. Pumpkin seeds were washed, salted, and roasted over coals. Packed with protein and fat, they were survival snacks for children and adults alike. Modern roasted pumpkin seeds are a direct descendant of this practice. 10. Roasted root vegetables. Roots like turnips, dug from the dirt, scrubbed, and roasted in ashes, became bread substitutes. Earthy, soft, faintly sweet, eaten plain or fried, in fat if available. This practice influenced Southern root vegetable dishes seen today. 11. Okra and corn mash. Okra, brought from Africa, boiled and mashed with corn grits, became a filling, sticky stew. Sometimes a scrap of pork or onion added flavor. Today, Southern okra dishes and gumbo carry the same heritage. 12. Foraged pimentos. Sweet wild pimentos gathered late in the season were eaten raw or mashed into a pulp, sometimes dried into cakes or mixed with water for a natural sweet drink. These fruits were survival treasures and now appear in puddings, breads, and even country wines. 13. Broken rice porridge. Broken rice fragments, considered waste, were boiled into a thin porridge. Sometimes mixed with beans or greens, it provided fuel and preserved African culinary knowledge. The tradition persists in rice-based porridges and soups across southern kitchens.